Hello students, welcome to Dhaka Secondary School, North Karachi campus, and today you are watching class 10 in English literature class, and these slides are prepared by Safan, language teacher of Dhaka Secondary School. So basically students, today's our topic is second week of January, and in this we cover our agenda Casabianca poem. Okay, basically this poem is about a child who is very patriotic and wants to save his father on the burning tank. Okay, he is very obedient. So in this poem you see the obedience of a child. How does a boy obey his father's command, okay, in a battleship. So now I move towards our topic, Casabianca. Here comes our first stanza. The boy stood on the burning deck whence all but he had fled. The flame that lit the battle's wreck shone round him over the dead. Yet beautiful and bright he stood as born to rule the storm. A creature of heroic blood, a proud though childlike form. So in this poem, basically poetess tells that Casabianca was standing on the board of the ship which was on fire. He was standing alone while all others had left the ship. The flames of fire rising on all sides. These flames were shining over the dead bodies of the soldiers killed in the battleship. And further, the poetess says that the boy stood on the board of ship in spite of burning flames. He looked very handsome in the light of these flames. It seemed that he was born to govern over storms. He had inherited nobility from his forefathers. Though he was of tender age, he looked brave and proud to carry out the command of father. Here comes next stanza. The flames rolled. The flames rolled on. He would not go without his father's word. That father faint in death below. His voice no longer heard. So here it tells that flames rushed at Casabianca, but he had resolved not to leave the place unless his father permitted him. His father was laying dead in the lower part of the ship, so his voice could be heard no more. So here comes next stanza. He called aloud, say father, say, if yet my task is done. He knew not that the chieftain lay uncertain, unconscious of his son. So in this poem, poetess tells that the boy called his father in a loud voice. He asked whether the duty assigned to him was complete or not. He did not know that commander of the ship was unaware about the condition of his son. Okay student, now comes next stanza. Speak father once again, he cried, if I may yet be gone. And but the booming shots replied, and fast the flames rolled on. So here poetess tells that the boy again cried, and again his father, if he could go. He wanted to say more, but his voice was drowned in the midst of heavy noise of guns, and the flames rushed on the very fast. So next stanza is, upon his brow he felt their breath, and his waving hair, and looked from that lone post of death, and still yet brave despairing. So it says that the flames rushed at the boy. He felt their heat on his forehead and in waving hair. Though he knew that his death was near, but he stood quiet and calm. He looked around him from place of death with bold heart, though he was disappointed. So next is, and he shouted, but once more aloud, my father, must I say, while over him fast through sail and shroud the wreathing fires made way. So it tells that this stanza tells that the boy once again cried out in loud voice. He wanted to know if it was necessary for him to stay there. Just then the flames rushed through sails and ropes. Next, they wrapped the ship in splendor while they caught the flag on high and streamed above the gallant child like banners in the sky. So these lines tell that the flames surrounded the ship and covered it on all sides. They even reached the flag which was flying very high. They also surrounded the brave boy like the flag shadows in the sky. Here comes the last stanza. There came a burst There came a burst of thunder sound. The boy, oh, where was he? Asked of the winds that far around. With fragment strewed the sea. So in these lines, poetess tells that suddenly a loud noise was heard there, and no one can imagine that where the body of brave boy was. Only the winds could say which were blowing around the boy, that where was he. So here comes the last. With mast and helm and pen and fear, that well had borne their part. But the noblest thing which perished there was that young father heart. So it tells these stanza tells that part played by mast, rudder, and the flag, but the noblest thing which died there was the young, obedient, and disciplined heart. That was Casabianca. Okay, students, I hope you got this poem. Thank you so much.